The warp jump was unusually hectic. The recent attack of the scrap code disabled many of the sacred machines whose malfunctioning algorithms showed no signs of failure until the vessel departed real space and surrendered itself to the sea of souls. Only the navigator's talent and the tireless vigil of the tech priest saved the void ship from ruin. The Immaterium released us from its grip. This time, Xenotech. Oh. The Santiel's pride hives are oozing nauseous haze veined with sulphurous streaks. The promethium fumes from gigantic distilling cauldrons located beyond the temperature shields. Vast, endless deadlands littered with spots of promethium stations and refineries separate the colossi of rockcrete and adamantine with its crown of gargantuan spires. The heat from this system's star has turned this world into a boiling but lucrative gland within the body of the House Corda Protectorate. It's hard to tell what's more impressive, the grotesque grandeur of this place or its extreme toxicity. Lord Captain, we have received an astropathic message from Dargonis. Achilles Scalander reports a Xenos raid against a merchant ship in the silence of Mercer Segrit. The coordinates of hypothetical contact have been forwarded to the crew. If you wish to support your subjects and fight back against the Xenos personally, we must hurry. It is unlikely that a merchant ship will be able to resist the enemies of humanity for long. The officers on one of the lower decks stopped providing status reports. 3 days had passed since the Vox system broadcasted anything other than subdued moans and wet slapping noises. An enforcer squad sent to investigate reported that denizens of the lower levels had regressed to animals and succumbed to depravity. The connection with the squad was shortly lost. The High Missionary of Adeptus Ministratum became flush with fury and condemned these as designs of the archenemy. The hotbed of heresy was cleansed with fire and prayer. By the God Emperor's grace, no perils of the warp prevented the vessel from returning to real space. Since the very start of the warp jump, rumors of ill omens have been widespread among the Voidsmen. Sudden deaths among the crew, ravaged corpses, jagged shadows lurking behind the bulkheads. A Terran day later, the mystery unraveled itself in the most heinous manner. An attempt on the rogue trader's life. The question of how the Drukhari Xenos came aboard the ship will have to be pondered some other time. Right now, the Lord Captain has to fight for his life.
Fate beckons me. One step closer. Resistance is naught but ashes.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Running binary override. Computation fails. The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all.
This way! I can't stand it.
Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. Escape the Emperor's judgment. God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart! Doubt is for the weak.
Emperor, protect me! Quick, quick!
Swift and silent. I am not your Xenos pet monkey. I understand. Death with my hands.
I'll do what it takes.
Get me a target. I won't object to it. For the throne's glory, the Inquisition sends their regards. Let's see to it.
High momentum.
Descend upon the weak. Everyone, step aside.
Wait, really? Thought it was...
Throne take you.
No, it is what it is.
I need no guidance. Purpose guide shall reign.
destiny reshaped.
I won't object to it.
But of course,
I'm going with this one. For the throne's glory. Naturally.
Follow my lead. Attention to detail is key to success. It will be done. Indeed.
Oh, shoot.
At your beck and brace yourself, Abelard.
As the tactical imperative dictates. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. My competencies are not that universal.
this way!
Vengeance will be swift.
Rejoice in battle! As the Emperor commands, I act.
Momentum.
My soul hunger. Just designate a target. I am not your Xenos pet monkey. If I must. This tedium is beneath. Another soul slips beyond the veil. I understand your intent. Deal death with my hands. I align my path with yours, for now.
Going to do better with them? In this crude vessel?
Let the incandescent beam scorch our enemies. Charter course. Send their souls to the void. Microcannon, annihilate them. Micro cannons. Let destruction pour forth. Unleash your wrath upon my enemies. Let the Empyrean guide us. Unleash torment. Send them into the cold void. cannon. Chart a course.
Wrong side.
Voidsmen, find your courage! Steer us to our target. Torpedoes, now! Eviscerate them. Unleash torment. Let the Empyrean guide us. Macro cannons, annihilate them. Let destruction pour forth. Macro cannons, annihilate them. Unleash our wrath upon my enemies. Chart a course. Macro cannons, annihilate them. Steer us to our target. Possess the incandescent beam, scorch our enemies. Torpedoes! Now! Send them into the cold void. Unleash your wrath upon my enemies. Micro cannons, annihilate them. For the glory of the Imperium! Chart a course.
This world of plasteel and iron is falling into oblivion.
Unleash torment. Let destruction fall forth. Unleash the storm of macro cannons. liberate them.
I revel in the spectacle of their glittering ruins.
A new message from the Master Scalander, Lord Captain. This time he is not reporting yet another attack by the alleged location of one of the Xenos leaders. Achilles' aides have reported that said leader will be heading an attack on the Paradise World Grantis. There is one catch. The planet belongs to Caligos Winterscale, another rogue trader. Master Scalander noted in his message that responding to a distress call is unlikely to be considered an incursion into somebody else's territory. The governor of Grantis will most likely send out a call for aid the moment the raid begins, and if your void ship happens to be nearby, no one will question your reasons for landing. Lord Captain, the station's airlock have been sealed from the inside. Voxcat recording is stating that the priesthood of the Alter Templum Calexis Ext 17 Sanctuary have no desire to communicate with the laity that is refusing to accept Adeptus Mechanicus' privilege of inviolability, granting them sole jurisdiction of the sacred sites. Alright. Access has been granted to the following options: information exchange, strengthening of diplomatic links, trade deals, donations. I received an invitation to a meeting. Confirmed. I wish to discharge, reciprocally validate the mutual contractual obligations designated by Logisticar Theta. Under the contractual obligation in question, 34.761 Terran years ago, the explorer Cognizance fleet received from representatives authorized units of the Von Valentius dynasty a volume of high-grade promethium equal to the fuel capacity of 6 Tentalian void tankers. Received it, and then they didn't pay. Compensate, remunerate, settle accounts. Should I go on, or is that enough synonyms? The stipulated payment reciprocal offering from the Cognizance fleet can be made to Von Valentius assets at the current time, after which the contractual obligation will be fulfilled, archived. Confirm your status regarding acceptance of the payment reciprocal offering. No payment is needed. Consider Prometheum my gift and a sign of hope for collaboration in the future. The request is accepted. The contractual obligation Logisticar Theta has concluded. The Cognizance fleet thanks House Von Valentius for its cooperation. The status of unit's request will be increased. Refugees from Kiavagam are looking at you, some with apprehensive frowns, some with unconcealed gratitude. I need information. What happened on the Kiavagama and how did you end up here? We told you everything back in the square. Things are rough on Kiavagama. Maybe there isn't enough Kiavagama. There isn't even a Kiavagama anymore. The planet was attacked by a horde of heretics. They shouted unholy prayers and cut down people left and right. We heard everything from the orbit, listening to one vox cast after another. We realized there wasn't anyone left to save, so we thought we'd run. But then, it was like our crew went bad somehow. The captain smashed his own head against the cogitator. and so did half the officers. Everyone who survived did their best to steer the ship into the warp, and here we are. Only 3 ships made it out alive, and ours being one of them. We don't know what happened to the other 2. They never made it to the footfall. Maybe they disappeared in the warp, or maybe something else happened to them. What became of the ship that you used to get here? It is the property of Von Blunt's dynasty. Apologies, we couldn't save it. The ship was damaged during the escape. We're lucky it got us all the way to footfall. It's at the far docks, but there isn't much use for it anymore. It doesn't look like it's going to fly anywhere, and the local recollegers have already removed some of the valuable parts. You can send your people to take apart whatever is left, scavenge some components. You were hurling accusations at your master. That is a sign of treason, and it must be punished accordingly. Do you realize this? One by one, the refugees fall to their knees. Please, have mercy. A few idiots shouted some things, that's all. We shut them up ourselves already. It was their grief and fear talking. Please don't punish the rest of us for it. Pascal's voice sounds impassive and cold. Vituperation directed at the Adeptus Mechanicus was likewise registered. Denial is meaningless. I'm giving you 1 hour to hand over the shouted profanities. They will be executed. The rest of you are free to go. The refugees bow deeply and obsequently. It will be done. We'll do as you say. The tech priest reported a brief malfunction in the Galar field generator that left the vessel exposed to the warp for a brief second. According to the Enforcer report, something did manage to get into the ship and is now prowling the dark corridors of Loading Bay 5. Isolate the chamber until the vessel leaves the warp. Part of the ship was isolated from the rest until it left the warp at the end of the journey. After the vessel emerged in real space, the chamber was unsealed. It was intact, with the exception of the crew who had barricaded themselves in a far corner of Loading Bay 5 and bravely resisted the unknown assailant for as long as they could. Their remains have been safely disposed. Two skeletons are lying in strange positions, as if one was either carrying or hugging the other and did not let go even in death. Their gear is badly damaged and destroyed. Carefully inspect the skeletons and their gear. There are 3 things worthy of note. Fragments of some sort of device that both skeletons carried on their belts, some shiny trinkets in the remains of the carried skeleton's bag, and an old portable cogitator in the other's bag. Try to extract the data from the cogitator. The cogitator has been exposed to the elements of decades or even centuries. It is a small miracle that you were able to extract a fragment of the Vox recording. Apparently, the last communications. Scout 1. We're rich. Chaos take me. Rich. Look out. Fly. For crying out loud. Spit it out. What have you found? Rich. Screw footfall. The expanse can go to the orcs. We're out of here. Calixis. Here we come. Yeah, look out. Yeah, because with our records, Calixis is definitely the place to go. What makes you think life's better there anyways? I want a house on some planet, a mansion, with a lion statue at the entrance. It'll have a servitor with one job, dusting my lion statue. Fly, you idiot. You're still on a dangerous planet. Quit sending me your hollering. Get back here or just tell me what you found already. Fly. Fly? You coming? I'm coming for you, dumbass. If you're not responding just to mess with me, you're dead meat. Examine the broken dies. The pieces of broken text suggest that this was a rudimentary radar jammer, an item commonly utilized by pirates in the Cronus Expanse. Examine the trinkets. The trinkets are clearly of Xenos origins. They are miscellaneous time-worn items that have no particular value. One can assume they are petty trophies looted from several courses.
I suspect that fighting alongside humans is causing you certain difficulties, psychologically and tactically.
Azuriani are capable of adapting. You monkeys slow me down and slightly hinder me in combat, but it is tolerable. Task.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
Oh, dear
Don't
God.
you dare to cross us!
My vow is to serve. Running by Jericho. Vulnerability analysis successful. Request approved. Running binary override.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. Faith without deeds is worthless.
I'll do it.
Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds, you, my Emperor! As the Emperor commands.
Holy shit.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. No weakness is hidden from my sight. This tedium is beneath me.
Our esteemed Magos has fallen.
Will perish for this affront.
beckons. I need no guidance. Purpose guides me.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. Victory is imminent. At your beck and call. I will do my duty. It will be done. At your beck and call.
The Emperor is on our side. Let's see to it. I won't object to it. Let's see to it.
Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. If it serves your cause, the soul slips beyond the veil.
I will triumph. Ruin beckons.
I need a foothold.
Purpose guides me.
I won't object to it. But of course, Lord Captain. I'll see our foes obliterated. Get me a target. Naturally. Holy terror! Smite your enemies! For the throne's glory. I won't object to it. Let's see to it.
Indeed. It will be done.
But of course, Lord Captain. I won't object. Reckoning is due. There. For the throne's glory.
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
I approach the designated position. If I must. I understand your intent. This tedium is beneath me. If it serves your cause.
The abominable filth is done.
One step closer.
Doubt is for the weak.
Purpose guides me.
At your beck and call. Victory is imminent. No matter the cost. My place is at the fore. My ears are ringing. It will be done. At your beck and call. I'll take care of this one. Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Everyone, step aside. Let's see to it.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, use it.
I need no guidance.
Follow my lead.
Purpose guides me.
I will do my duty. Gray hair, sure hair.
I reject the very idea. One step closer.
It will be done. At your beck and call. Victory is
High momentum.
your seneschal is always there for you.
This unsettling structure, adorned in strange masks, vaguely resembles the antenna of a powerful transmitter. At its base, you see a cogitator and a few other devices. It seems that some part of the structure is buried underground. Investigate the entire structure. The mishmash of wire devices, decorative details appears from different areas and even different races. Some of the items show signs of Xenos origin. Aurelia inspects the construction closely and draws your attention with a graceful gesture. Look. There among all the Monkey gear, an Eldari-made device, a beacon, as you would call it. I recognize other components as well, items from other races, but they are all serving a single purpose, to call for help. So, someone loaded this miserable place with transmitters from various races, in the hopes that someone would land here and run into their welcoming committee? Clever. I saw similar tactics used in my years in the Navy. True, in a war zone, you're usually on high alert. You don't just hair off after a lone distress signal. But in an isolated place like this, you expect the most likely scenario. Just a ship that had to make an emergency landing. It looks like plenty fell for it. Noticing the interest with which Pascal is surveying the construct, Heinrich asks, "Are you studying the device? Isn't its very existence a violation of protocols of assembly?" The tech priest's tone is pensive and his visor flashes. This statement is true. This construct has been assembled in contravention of canon law and must certainly be disassembled, but not quite yet. But who would set such an indiscriminate trap? One intended to lure in Aldari and humans and anyone else, who is an enemy to everyone and everything. We have a common enemy, an eternal enemy, one that devours all living things. Have we not already seen its servants on Lelathan and everywhere and elsewhere? I've seen it all in my life, and I can tell you one thing. This trap could be a malevolent plan by servants of chaos, or it could be a prank by some bored offspring of a wealthy lord, one whose parents failed to instill in him the barest speck of self-awareness. I would bet my money on ordinary thieves set a trap and plunder the bodies of those who get caught in it. Not a bad scheme. It's possible, very possible, but I'm not convinced. There's something strange about this. It's highly suspicious. Force access to the cogitator. The cogitator is well protected against unauthorized access. What is more, your attempt to penetrate these defenses causes it to turn off and no longer show signs of life. We're just gonna blow up the structure. You set the charges carefully. Without a doubt, the structure will be destroyed with expert precision along with the underground part. There was a malfunction in the engineering chamber during the warp journey. The accelerator cogitator stopped obeying the tech priests, and for a few precious moments the ancient machines were left to their own devices. The crew managed to avoid serious breakdowns or accidents. Several acolytes of the cult Mechanicus were turned into servitors as penance, and the bosun gave out several triple watches to the voidsmen who dredged up the old rumors about the cursed ship.